Imagine having so much influence in your community that after your death, your body was held in a holding vault for 5 months, just so those in your tribe could make plans for your final burial. So let's back up our story just a little bit here. Today we are in Oak Hill Cemetery in Evansville, Indiana, at the final resting place of Elizabeth Harrison. Her maiden name was Stanley, and if any of you out there are familiar with Gypsy culture, you know that the name Stanley was synonymous with 1800s Gypsy communities. We are at the final resting place of a Gypsy queen. Her husband once owned a large piece of land in this area of Indiana, and this area was considered traditional Gypsy burial ground. The Harrisons were the king and queen of a tribe of gypsies that had immigrated from England in the mid-1800s, and when Elizabeth Harrison passed away, it was big news not only within gypsy culture, but within the community of Evansville, Indiana as a whole. Newspapers of the day would cover the event. The newspaper article would read, "There will be no burning of her wagons or possessions, as has been rumored. The burial service will be a simple one, free from any demonstrations." It would go on to state that the procession will start from Lake Park, where a number of relatives and friends of the deceased are now encamped, and will proceed directly to Oak Hill, where we are today. The remains will be taken from the vault where they have rested for nearly 5 months. The article would also state that a train will leave the city in time to carry the large number who desire to attend her funeral. You see, this gypsy burial wasn't just a traditional funeral. Droves of gypsies would make their pilgrimage to this site to attend the final gravesite services. The newspaper article would also state, Mrs. Harrison was a remarkable person in many respects. She was 61 years of age at the time of her death, and during her lifetime, she had been recognized by her people as a very able and accomplished woman. It would go on to state that this probably accounts for her being termed the Queen. The night before her funeral, there were 25 gypsies at the encampment with 7 tents and a number of carts, buggies, and wagons. Hundreds would arrive by night train the evening before the funeral. And now we are here at Oak Hill Cemetery in Evansville, Indiana, to pay our respects to the Gypsy Queen, Elizabeth Stanley Harrison. A few things to go over. Her husband Isaac would follow her in death 4 years later in a tragic fashion. He would be trying to break up a fight between his sons and lost his life accidentally in the crosshairs of their violent feud. The son that accidentally took his life fled and is possibly the only person in the family not buried at this location. I have links in the description to become a member of the channel where you will get special perks for supporting what we do. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought about today's visit. Another video of mine will be on the screen soon. Please check it out. And once again, from Oak Hill Cemetery in Evansville, Indiana, I will see you again soon.